Trump challenged him on IQ. Jimmy Kimmel destroyed his confidence in only a few seconds. For years, Donald Trump has shaped his own image with full control, overpowering critics using his loud personality and bold claims. He pushed back against every opponent and protected the idea that he was always the smartest man in the room. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings and they should have fired him a long time ago. And the unverified claim that he possesses an Einstein-level intellect. I was a nice student. I did very well. I'm a very intelligent person. Continued to brag about having genius-level intelligence, even suggesting he had an IQ like Einstein. Trump used this myth to shut down critics and mock anyone who questioned him. Low IQ, he often said about people who disagreed with him. He demanded tests. He demanded proof. And he wanted everyone to believe had unmatched mental power. Want to make it happen? I believe this will be a once-in-a-lifetime television event. But what happens when someone calls his bluff? What happens when a late-night host Trump, once insulted as a dummy, stops joking and starts pressing for real answers? During the live segment that shocked viewers everywhere, Jimmy Kimmel finally confronted Trump. Trump walked in expecting an easy debate he could dominate with his usual confidence. But this time things shifted fast. As soon as he sat in the chair, he leaned forward and tried to take control. "Jimmy, you're a lightweight," Trump said, trying to set the tone. "Anything else?" And he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk, and Jimmy Kimmel's not a talented person. He said it again louder this time. "I have a very high IQ, one of the highest. Doctors told me they've never seen a brain like mine. I dare you to take an IQ test with me right now. Let's see who the real genius is." Very consistent. "I'm a very stable genius." The crowd gasped at the bold challenge. But Jimmy didn't look scared, not even close. His friendly smile fitted into something calm and serious, like Eamon who knew he was holding the winning card. "An IQ test," Kimmel repeats low. "Interesting. But before we take a new one, maybe we should look at the old ones. Don't you think?" Goes to our Commander-in-Chief, Donald Trump, who strongly believes he would trounce in an IQ test. The studio went completely silent. Kimmel reached under his desk and pulled out a large sealed government file. The sound of the heavy envelope hitting the desk echoed through the room. For the first time, Trump's confident smile slipped. He blinked in confusion. Kimmel didn't stop. "My team didn't just make jokes this week," he said. "We did research. We found a certified federal cognitive screening from May 1981, a document you tried very hard to keep hidden. Not only do I want to see this contest happen, I want to make it happen. I believe this will be a once-in-a-lifetime television event. A left-wing lightweight's a thing or two about brainpower live on national television. I'm calling it the James C. Kimmel Cognitive Aptitude and Mental Brilliance Invitation." Trump shifted in his seat and looked toward his team off camera. But the moment was already out of his control. Kimmel slowly put on his glasses, making tension even stronger. "You claim an IQ of 165, Kimmel said as he opened the file. "You call yourself a genius. But this document signed by the top expert of that time shows a very different score." Kimmel lifted his eyes and looked directly at Trump. "It says your IQ was 86. The number hung in the air like a bomb. A school far below average. A school that could break the entire myth of Trump's so-called genius. Nice. You know, I've been working on teeing up a major event. I think this could be bigger than the Super Bowl and Jake Paul fighting Dick Van Dyke combined. It could be very big." For 6 long seconds, the world froze. Trump, who always had something to say, who always interrupted, who always attacked, sat completely speechless. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. His fist drained of color as the audience watched in complete shock. Kimmel continued, tapping the folder gently. "And the rest of this file includes step proof, payments to doctors, pressure on schools, and a campaign you funded for decades to hide the truth about your intelligence. Yes, I am. How much is he going to pay him? You would do it for a price? What if I debated him?" The meltdown began instantly. Trump stuttered, tried shouting fake news, then stood up and started to walk off set. But it didn't matter. The damage was already permanent. In a matter of seconds, Jimmy Kimmel didn't just win a debate. He tore down the image Trump had built for years. He exposed the heart of Trump's biggest claim that he was the smartest man in any room. And now millions were saying that claim fell apart. That's the ultimate challenge. It's like a drunk driver getting pulled over by cops and the cop's like, "Sir, can you step out of the car?" And the drunk driver's like, "Oh, I'll step out off this car. I'll step out and I'll step out straight. You watch me, man." You better get that.